Welcome back to downtown Los Angeles. It's the Grand Olympic Auditorium. It's the 12th annual City of Hope Fight for Life. And we have a good fight on tap, maybe the highlight of the evening. Jorge Caamal taking on Rudy Barragan. And our MC for tonight's events is in the center of the ring, and that's Gil Carrillo, who's just about ready to get us started.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go with fight number 7. First, let me introduce the boxers. First tonight, boxing on the red corner, wearing black trunks with silver stripes, weighing in at 152 pounds, representing Inmate Reception Center for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, put it together for Jorge Caamal! To my right, boxing out of the blue corner, weighing in at 156 pounds, representing shooting into the Los Angeles Police Department, Rudy Barragan!
Well, a lot was made this week, Anthony, of this fight. A lot of trash talking done on both sides. Jorge, the babyface Caamal, who's in the black, said that he plans on dropping Rudy Barragan, and you got to love that kind of talk before a fight that's for charity.
The babyface assassin is on the prowl. Let's see if the trainer/boxer Barragan has the experience. He has 12 years in age on Caamal, but we'll see who has the upper hand tonight.
Well, Caamal comes in with a 9-3 record. This is his 13th fight. Been boxing for 3 years. He's an LA County Sheriff deputy. He's an aggressive counterpuncher. He likes to unleash that strong hand right, so look for that throughout tonight's fight. There's the right, lands to the side of the head of Barragan. Rudy Barragan takes a left to the side of the head from Caamal, and you can see that Caamal looks like he's a pretty polished fighter.
Very confident fighter. He spoke about it before the fight, and he knows this is fun. This is for charity, but at the same time, he knows he has the skills. He put the work in the gym. He's ready for tonight.
Well, you mentioned the age difference. Caamal, 25, Barragan, 37. So we'll have to see if the youngster or the veteran gets schooled. Good right by Barragan, shot to the body, and now a left hook from Caamal.
Good shot that time by Barragan to the dome of Caamal.
Well, Barragan goes 5'9", 156, Caamal 5'5", 150. So a 4-inch height advantage for Barragan, as well as a 6-pound weight advantage. First round of a scheduled 3-round bout. 10 seconds remaining in round number 1. And Caamal ducking and weaving. Good left that lands to the chin of Caamal by Barragan, and that's going to do it. Round number 1 in the books.
Well, you mentioned before the night even began that the judges look for 3 things, and one of those things is how do you defend your opponent's punches, and that time Caamal did a good job defending Barragan's barrage of punches. I mean, it looked like Barragan was getting off a lot of punches, but Caamal has a pretty good defensive style. I mean, he lets him go, and then his hands are right back up. So that first round could possibly go to Caamal.
I get the feeling that Caamal may have been pacing himself in that first round. I mean, he's definitely the quicker fighter as far as foot speed and as well as the ability to land those fast punches, but it was almost like Barragan was the one that may have scored more in the first round.
Depends on what the judges are looking for in an exhibition fight, 3-round, 2-minute fight. You know, it's kind of hard to judge if this guy's pacing himself. Is that what we want to see? We want to see someone that's the aggressor, a Tito Trinidad or De La Hoya, you know, who's in command of these rounds. Right now, Barragan's in command, but Caamal landed the more clean punches.
Round number 2. And a big right that lands on Barragan, or Barragan landing the right. And a left hook to the side of the head And the intensity certainly picking up here in round number 2. And when the headgear snaps and the sweat flies, Anthony, you can tell that the punches are effective.
Yeah, I like to see in the second round when the water is off the top of the head and the first punch and the water flies, and that just gives you a little more action added to the flurries of punches.
And a grazing left blow from Barragan. And this pro LAPD crowd. And a big swing and a miss for Caamal.
Nice straight right hand by Barragan, which made Caamal miss that punch.
Barragan a little off balance. And that's what you'll see in the amateur ranks. These fighters sometimes will throw a punch and they'll lose their balance. And now a chant of Rudy comes up from the pro LAPD crowd. And now Caamal drops his gloves. You certainly don't want to do that. And now they're just trading punches. Good left by Barragan and a combination by Caamal. And Caamal now has decided to change tactics. He's just going to stand there and try to land a blow that knocks Barragan out. Jack Reese, our referee, steps in to break him up. Under 10 seconds, round number 2. And a good left by Caamal, and a right to Barragan's head, another left, and what a way to end the second round, and the crowd loving the action.
Caamal stole that round the last 25 seconds. I mean, he landed some power shots. He let his guard down to say, hey, this guy can't hurt me. A couple of times in those exchanges, Barragan had the upper hand, but Caamal, at this point in the fight, is no longer afraid of Barragan's power. So he's going to stand in the middle of the ring and just going to exchange punches. And we'll see at the end of this action on the replay, Caamal is punching and backing up, punching and backing up. I have to say, what else do you have? Is that all you have, old man?
And you got to love the moxie of Jorge Caamal. We mentioned earlier, did a lot of pre-fight talking in the papers this week about this bout. And you mentioned it, looking at the veteran Barragan and saying, is that all you got?
Hey, if you can talk it and back it up, talk it. I mean, if you're going to talk trash, back it up. And that's what Caamal is doing right now. It's the third and final round. Let's see if he can't put the old man away.
Well, Caamal now egging on the crowd, a la Sugar Ray. I'm waiting for the windmill punch to come out. And I think we're going to see some heavy-duty punches here in this third round. Oh, a big right by Barragan. Now a left to Caamal, and they're just standing there toe-to-toe. And now Caamal doing a little clutching and grabbing, and Barragan, oh my.
Best punch of the fight for Barragan.
And a big right hand to the side of the head of Caamal. And now Caamal has come out in his third round, and he is struggling, but he's taking everything that Barragan's giving him.
Rudy putting on the serve. He takes a big shot right there.
And a big left hand by Caamal stuns Barragan. Gotta love the tenacity and the lightning quick punches on both sides of these fighters. And the baby-faced assassin going into his arsenal of punches. Uppercut that hits the chin of Barragan. And now Caamal dropping his gloves to his side with a big right hand to the side of the head of Barragan. And now Barragan's in trouble. But Caamal not trying to finish him. Caamal landing the punches but not attacking. I guess he is letting Barragan do the attacking and just landing the punches. And a big left hand, right hand combination, and now Barragan has to adjust his headset. 10 seconds left, and now Caamal up against the ropes. Both fighters have left all out on the canvas in this third and final round, and that's going to do it. And listen to the ovation for these two fighters. A standing ovation given to Jorge Caamal and Rudy Barragan, and what a fight.
Terrific show by both fighters. It was obvious these two fighters tonight had the most experience of all the bouts we've seen, and both fighters did not disappoint. The youngster had a little bit more in the tank. Barragan, valid effort. I mean, he brought it, but the young buck had a nice uppercut he showed us tonight. The straight right was working, his jab was there. And Caamal had the whole package. We saw him before the fight. He was smiling. He knew what he was working with, and he brought it to the match versus Barragan. And the trainer that's been working all night for all the fights got a lesson in boxing tonight from the youngster.
Well, we still have to wait for the judges' decisions. Jack Reese collecting the cards. And boy, what a fight. We saw some heavy-duty punching on both sides. Caamal showed his ability to land that quick right hand. And there's a look at the LAPD contingent here at the Grand Olympic Auditorium doing some chanting. And all we're doing is waiting for a decision. Gil Carrillo taking a deep breath. I think all of us are after that fight. Certainly one of the best bouts of the evening. And I think we're ready for a decision, as Caamal is still having his equipment taken off, having some problems getting the gloves off. And now let's go down to Gil Carrillo, who's got the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the winner, how about a round of applause? We do have a split decision. Judge number one scores it 29-30 in favor of Barragan. Judge number two has 28 for Barragan, 29 for Caamal. Judge number three has the score 28-29 in favor of the winner, Rudy Barragan.
Well, certainly the LAPD is happy. Rudy Barragan with the win, and some boos coming down from some of the other fans here at the Grand Olympic Auditorium. But Anthony, what goes through the judge's mind in scoring a fight that was so close? I mean, one round either way on both fighters in a split decision.
That just goes to show you angles are important in boxing, and even when it comes to judging the match. From where we're sitting, Caamal landed a lot of effective punches, a lot of big punches, and Barragan, yeah, he pressed the issue, but from our angle, it looked like Caamal avoided a lot of those punches, but from the judge's standpoint, they saw Barragan landing a lot of those punches.
Well, here's some of the action in that last fight, and maybe the difference was Barragan just landing a lot of the jabs. I mean, he may have scored more points than Caamal, and I mentioned earlier, Caamal would get Barragan in trouble, but he wouldn't finish. He wouldn't charge and go strong, even though he landed a lot of those solid punches. This is some of the action in the center of the ring. There's a good uppercut from Caamal, but I think the difference may have been Barragan, and now Caamal, even though he's the loser, kind of doing a little celebratory